Right. So question number 11. So question number 11 says, um, let AB are real. Write down the discriminant of the equation 3x squared minus 2ab plus x plus ab in terms of AB. Hence, show that the root of this equation are real. Okay. So now what is the equation given? So the equation is 3x squared minus 2a plus bx plus a. So what are they asking? First they are asking the discriminant, or basically delta. Then they are asking us to show that the roots are real. Right now? Okay. So I'll remind you some theories now. Right. So what is the theory behind this? So now just imagine we have something like this: ax, bx plus c. So the discriminant here is b squared minus 4s, and in order to if the roots are real, delta will be greater than or equal to 0. So this is the theory. So this equal thing comes when the roots are equal. Right now? So this is the theory. So according to this we can find this. So now let's find the discriminant here. First of all they are asking that now. So that is, so b squared is basically the second term. That means minus 2a plus b squared minus 4. What is a? A is 3. What is c? C is 8. Right, so we need to basically simplify this. So now I will get 4 a plus b squared minus 4 3ab. So I am going to take 4 out. I will get a squared plus b squared plus 2ab minus 3ab. 4 a squared minus ab plus b squared. Correct, no? So here I will get 4. So what I will do here is I'll take a, then I'll take b over 2 square. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to make a proper square out of this. So in the normal way, a, so you put the half here, and then you reduce b square, b over 2 square plus b square. So now basically when they are asking delta, we can write this as the answer, right? So but now what they are asking is to show that the roots are real. No? So now here you will get 4 a minus b square. So this will be b square over 4. So this will be square, then this will be 3b square over 4. Right now? So now this will be greater than or equal to 0. This also will be greater than or equal to 0. No? So this whole part will be greater than or equal to 0. Right? So therefore delta is greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, the roots are real. Right. So next they are saying let alpha and beta be the roots. Okay. Write down alpha plus beta and alpha beta in terms of AB. So now these are like directly theory, right? So I will first of all remind you some of the theory. right? So now consider the roots of these are alpha beta. So you can write alpha plus beta as minus b over a, alpha beta as c over a. Right? So from this theory we will find the root alpha beta and alpha plus beta and alpha beta of this. Right? So now considering this, right, we can say alpha plus beta. So now here is minus b over a, so minus b is going to be plus 2a plus b over 3. Right? Then we will have alpha beta, which is basically c over a, no? That means ab over 3. So this is what they are asking. Right? Then they are saying now let beta be equal to alpha plus 2. Show that a squared minus ab plus b squared is equal to 9. Right? So now they are saying, so what are they saying now? Now they are saying beta is basically alpha plus 2. Right? So here what we can find out is that we can find that beta minus alpha is 2. Right? So that means beta minus alpha squared. So now beta minus alpha minus beta is a very common thing in this in this sort of sums. No? So now we do find alpha minus beta in various applications of this quadratic equation sums. So now from this we can actually derive the requirement, because if you can remember, we can write alpha minus beta square in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So now that is my approach here. So now let's see, now this will be equal to 4, right? So I will get beta square plus alpha square minus 2 alpha beta will be equal to 4. Then I can say alpha plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 alpha beta equals 4. So then I will get, right, alpha plus beta square minus 4 alpha beta is equal to 4. Alpha plus beta square is this, 2 a plus b over 3 square 4 ab over 3 is equal to 4. So now there's 4 here, 4 here, 4 here. I'm going to cut all the 4. I get 1 here. Then I will get then I'll get what? I'll get a plus b square is going to be 9. Then I'm going to multiply the whole thing by 9. So then I'll get 3ab here, 9 here. So I'll get a square plus b square plus 2ab minus 3ab equals 9. So is that the answer we want? Yes. So I will get a square minus ab plus b square equals 9. So now that they are asking, deduce that modulus A is less than or equal to 12 and find B in terms of A. Okay. So now they are telling us to deduce, no? So that means I need to use this. Okay, so if I use this, right? So what I'm going to do here is I am trying to make so now this is an inequality sum. So I somehow need to make an inequality from this. So what I'm trying to do here is I'll be taking out all the b's, right? I'm going to make that a square, right? So that then I can get an inequality, and the remainings will be a constant and some sort of a. So then I can get a answer for in terms of an inequality for a. So that is my approach here. So now here I'm going to rewrite this as b squared minus ab plus a squared equals 9. So this is going to be b minus a over 2 squared minus a over 2 squared plus a squared plus 9. This is b minus a over 2 squared. This will be plus 3a squared over 4 equals 9. So this will be b minus a over 2 squared 9 minus 3a squared over 4. Right, so now you get b minus a over 2. So now b minus a over 2 squared will be definitely greater than or equal to 0, no? Because it's square. Right, so from this we can find a value of a. So now here, so now because this is greater than or equal to 0, this part will be also greater than or equal to 0, no? 9 minus 3a squared over 4 will be greater than or equal to 0. Correct? So here then I can say 9 is greater than or equal to 3a squared over 4. So then I can cut this 3 out. So then I will get 12 is greater than or equal to a square. So then I can say, so now here I can take out a, no? So I can square root it, no? But then it will have a implication of plus or minus. So then so just to take the plus thing out, so I will take modulus a is less than or equal to square root 12. Is that the answer they want? Yes, that is the answer they want. Right. So now they are saying find b in terms of a. Okay. So now that is more or less straightforward. So you know that b minus a over 2 squared is 9 minus 3a squared over 4, right? So then that is basically we can say that so I can take that as I can take 3 4 then basically 9 times 4 minus 3 times 4 minus a square. Correct, no? So this is basically 12 minus a square. So then since I need b, I am going to take the square root of this. So when I take the square root of it, the plus or minus the implication comes. So here this will be plus or minus square root 3 over 2 square root 12 minus a square. Right, so you took the square root of this. So then you will get b equals a over 2 plus or minus square root 3 over 2 12 minus a square. So this is the answer that they want. Okay, so part B. So now part B says, so part B is the part B we just need to apply remainder theorem and the factor theorem. So here they give us fx as x cubed plus 4x squared plus cx plus b. Right. Then they are saying the remainder when fx is divided by x plus c. Right, the remainder for x plus c is minus c cube, right? So from the remainder theory, remainder theorem for fx for x plus c, we can say that if minus c is minus c cube. So that is the remainder theorem. So here we just need to apply, we just need to substitute minus c here, then we get an equation. So let's see, if I put minus c cube here plus 4 minus c square c minus c plus d is equal to minus c cube, that means I get minus c cube here, 4c squared minus c squared plus d equals minus c cube. So now what I can do is I can cut this off. So then I will get 3c squared plus d is equal to 0. This is 1. What are they saying next? They are saying also x minus c is a factor of x fx. So x minus c is a factor. So now we can use the factor theorem. So from the factor theorem for fx for x minus c, I can say if c is 0. So that is the direct use of the factor theorem. So then I can say, so now if I take c here, so I get c cube 4c squared plus c squared plus d equals 0. Right, so I will get what's this, c cube 5c squared plus d equals 0. So here then I will get c cube plus 5c squared plus d equals 0. This is equation number 2. Right. So now from by solving these two, we can get c and d. So there's one important thing here. They are saying that c is not equal to 0. So that is very important in proceeding in this sum. Right. Right. So what I'm going to do is, because since because 1 and 2 are equal to 0, so I'm going to equate these up. Right. So 1 equals 2, I'll get 3c squared plus d equals c cube plus 5c square plus d. Right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off. So then I will get what? So then I get 3c squared equals c cube plus 5c square. So I'm going to take this 3c squared to this side. And I get c cube plus 2c square. So now c squared is common, so I'm going to take the c squared out. Then I will get c plus 2. Right? So the answers will be what? C can be 0 and c can be minus 2. Right? But this is cancelled off since c is not equal to 0 given, because they have given that c is not equal to 0. So the answer will be c equals minus 2. So then they are asking what? Then they are asking D, no? Right? So now we know that. So now from 1, was it 1? Yeah, so from 1 we know that 3c square plus d is equal to 0. So d is minus 3c square. So d is minus 3 into minus 2 square. That is minus 3 into 4. So minus 12. So this is the answer they want. Yes. So C and D are found. Right. So what are they asking next? So next they are asking, for these value of C and D, find the remainder when fx is divided by x squared minus 4. Right. So now we know what is C and D. So C is minus 2. Then D is minus 12. Right now. So now here fx, which is x cube plus 4x squared minus 2x minus 12, is divided by x squared minus 4. Right? So then you will have something. So if you divide that, you will get something like let's take lambda x, right? And then what's the remainder? The remainder will be 1 power less than this. That means the remainder will be ax plus b. Right now? So what are they asking? They are asking what is the remainder. So we just need to find a and b. So x squared minus 4 can be written as x minus 2 x minus x plus 2. So now what we need to do is we just need to substitute x equals 2, x equals minus 2 and get the answer. Right? So let us do that now. F2. So when x equals 2, you will get 2 to the power 3, 4, 2 squared minus 2 into 2 minus 12 equals, so here you will get, so now here you will get lambda 2, 2 minus 2, 2 plus 2 plus a2 plus b. So here this will be 0. So this whole part will be 0. So here what will we get here? So 2 to the power 3 is 8. 4 into 4 is 16. So 8 plus 16 minus 4 minus 12. So this is what, so this is basically 8, no? So now 2a plus b is 8. So I'll name this as, I have used 1 and 2 before, no? I'll use this as 3. Right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put x equals minus 2. Right? So if I use x equals minus 2, I'll get f minus 2, that means minus 2 cube plus 4 minus 2 square minus 2 into minus 2 minus 12. Right? So this will be equal to lambda minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2 plus a minus 2 plus b. Correct, no? So here I will get what? What is this now? So here I will get, so minus 2 cube is minus 8. 4 times 4 times 4 is 16. Minus 2 minus 2 is going to be plus 4 minus 12. So here I will get minus 20 plus 1 that is 0. So I can get, so here this part will also go to 0. So then I will get minus 2a plus b equals 0. Correct, no? So what I am going to do here is, now I am just going to add these up. 3 plus 4. So the 2a will be cancelled off, then I will get 2b equals 8. So b equals 4. Then I can get a, no? So from 3 I will get 2a plus 4 is equal to 8. Then a will be what? 4. 2a will be 4, a will be 2. Right? So the remainder is ax plus b. That means 2x plus 4.